Speaking of songs, how much of your own writing do you do of the tunes you're doing these days, of the new material?
You mean on stage?
Well, no. At least, like you mentioned, you're going to be recording some new material.
Oh, it's all new.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, new meaning it's not old.
Mm-hmm. And do you collaborate and co-write tunes, or
No.
what's your
Jeremy can tell you he has a lyricist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I found. I mean, we did for a while when we were sort of locked in the backs of buses or going around the back end of America for years and years, it seemed. But we don't now, partly because we live on separate continents. And I discovered, about 25 years ago now, I met the guy who said, I said, "What do you do?" And he said, "I'm a lyricist." I said, "Oh my God, that's brilliant. That's just what I've been looking for." And we've been working together ever since. So
okay.
I mean, I've got an enormous amount of stuff in the bottom drawer.
I mean, it could work. I mean, it worked for Bernie Taupin and Elton John.
Sure.
I mean, I think if I were to send him some of my lyrics, it might be interesting. Maybe I should.
But then at least you probably have to rehearse to get the arrangements down once.
Well, you see, it's not.
Well, you have
just,
to do
I
that
mean,
anyway.
My pal David Pierce. It never works. I have to go over. He lives in Paris, and I have to go over and sit with him, and we have to work it out between us. It's just I can't do it long distance.
Sure. Well, I was even thinking about now when you come to Chad, Jeremy, with a completed song that you wrote with.
Well, some of them get in. I mean, some of them get it past the old censor here, and like Zanzibar Sunset, for example, which we started off with.
I mean, I just play along with him, and it just happens naturally.
And a lot of my stuff doesn't work for two voices. I mean, that's the main thing. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Is there a harmony in it? Is the kind of material that's right for us? I mean, I've got a lot of stuff in the bottom drawer that isn't really for us.
Well, I sort of made a deal with him, not a deal per se, but I said, I'll record the Jeremy Clyde album. I think we may end up doing a double album where I do mine and he does his.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. Because otherwise you get... one of my favorite expressions I heard from Tim Schmidt and the Eagles, he was in some interview.
Sure.
I actually know him because he used to be in Poco, as you know, and I toured with them back in the day. But he called that preliminary session where when you're trying to decide what songs are going to be on the album, they call it the circle of fear. They put the chairs around and then they play their songs. The circle of fear. I rather like that because you really desperately want your song to be on the album, but if it gets shot down, well, hey, you're out of luck.
Yeah.